the either one or the other of the true, false, or multiple choice depending on the type of the question. So what we'd like to be able to do, right, is that each one of them, right, either one or the other, should be able to render different content based on the type and also based on the question itself, right? So we need to be able to pass the question as an attribute. So we're going to pass it as an attribute called question, and we'll pass the variable here, question, as we iterate. We're going to pass the question to each one of the components, right? So we'll pass the question. So each one of them is going to have to declare here a variable to hold that question. Okay? And what we're going to do is that we're going to bind it to the attribute which is being used here to name that attribute, right? So to tag it or to bind it, we need to annotate that variable as an input. It didn't. Let's see. Did it import? No, it didn't import it. Okay, there it is. It imported it. And same thing on the other. Oops, on the other component. Right. So let's head back, and let's go into the multiple choice and do the same thing here. We're going to declare the question as an input. Okay. And there we go. Still works the same way. But now what we can do, right, is that in the HTML, right, we can refer to that question element. We can say, question, and then the title, for each one of them, right? The different components then can use the content, have access to the question object that is being passed from outside. All right, looks like the multiple choice worked, but not the true false. What's going on here? True false, question title, true false, input, refresh. All right, excellent. Yeah, it did work. All right, so notice that now this information is being rendered from within each one of the components, right? That we have passed the question into it as an argument, so that it can have access to the data. That is, all of this is coming from the server, is being passed down from a parent quiz component down to each one of the different types of components based on the type. Okay.